Hey, what's up? Ryan here from Refer, and I've got, this is my last. I just ripped 12 videos in a row, and this is my 12th tip of the day. Direct its response style. When it comes to using ChatGPT at work or generative AI, regardless of what flavor you're using, direct its response style. What I mean by that is tell it how you want it to respond, right? If I say, write me a blog post about marketing, Cybertrucks, and then I let it go, ChatGPT is going to fill in the blank of what you left off the end of that, which is when you write it in this style, in this format, using this framework, using this kind of terminology and vocabulary, in this kind of writing style, right? You left all that off, and therefore you said, and I don't really care what the format is or what the style is. Go ahead and make it up on your own, right? Now, you might not think that's what you're doing, but 100% that's what's happening. When you give it a prompt, when you give it a request and you say, hey, can you now write blah, 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 and then you hit enter, without finishing that statement, you've effectively added to it a silent and do your best to guess what I meant. And most likely, it's not that it's going to come back wrong. It's just not going to guess what you meant. It's, there's, 7 billion of us on Earth? It's guessing what somebody else meant. And so if I actually want to get quickly to the result I want, what I need to do is be specific. And that's really what this is all about. Be specific about the response style. Now, what do I mean by response style? Let's talk about this for a minute. Yes, if you said, and make it punchy, make it witty and creative, make it conversational. You probably heard there's like 80 different words. There's a billion different words you could put in there. And yes, that would be more specific about the response. But when I say be direct and specific about the response style, I'm saying I'm giving a lot. Literally, I have a 4-page long document that is how to write like Ryan. I actually have one of those documents for every topic I write on. How to write like Ryan about employer branding. How to write like Ryan about recruitment marketing. How to write like Ryan about onboarding new employees. How to write like Ryan about college kids, about career services, about getting a better job, about writing a resume. I have all of these documents of how to write like me. And that document spells out a whole lot of stuff. It says more than just Ryan is conversational, right? It specs out exactly what it's like to write like me. The words, the phraseology, the structure of my sentences, the structure of my content, the type of headings I use. Oh, introspective questions or bold statements as headings. Bullet list, numbers list. This is actual examples of phrasing I would use, examples of words and terminology I use. Here are the writing frameworks. When I say write a how-to blog post, what I mean is this, and this. I feed it all of that stuff. Then when I do my prompt, I can say, hey, write this like Ryan. That's actually why I have those documents. I have a whole bunch of those documents. I'll upload them into a conversation. I'll be like, hey, I need you to be my expert, fill in the blank. And today we're going to work on this project. And you need to know who I am. So, my name's Ryan, and here's my resume, and here's our website. And, going forward, anytime we write anything, here's this document, write like me. Follow this document precisely to write like me. Now at that point, I can prompt it and do all kinds of cool stuff. And I may have to remind it, hey, remember all that stuff I gave you at the beginning of this conversation? Don't forget that you're going to write like me. And so that flow right there, that give it specifics about the response style is wildly powerful. It can be as simple as a blog post format. It could be as structured as a report that I'm providing to clients or that I'm providing to job seekers and saying, hey, when I give you back a career guide, I expect it to be, hey, when I write a interview guide, I expect it to follow this framework. Hey, when I write a job ad or a job description, I expect it to have a certain flow, a certain structure, a certain sentence approach, a certain vocabulary approach, a certain complexity, a certain simplicity. I expect it to be a lot of stuff. Here's 4 pages of what I expect. And so as we give it very specific guidelines about the response style, we will get very specific compliance with what our expectation was. And it creates a massive, powerful result. Because just like if I was training a new employee, being more specific gets me the right answer. It just does. And being vague or being silent, well, it gets me a crapshoot. And that's not really my goal. So thank you so much for watching these. This is our 12th one. So if you haven't watched 12 of these tips and tactics for using ChatGPT at work, hey, go check them out. They're on this channel. While you're there, hit subscribe. Give me a like, shoot me a message. Tell me what you love or hate. Tell me what your favorite one is. Ask me whatever question you want. I'll get an answer to it because, man, I just love creating content and training people about getting better with generative AI. It is my superpower. I am 5,000 hours of study and test and trial and error to get to the point that I can really make 5 or 10 times more value in a given day than I was before. And that is utterly life-changing. And that's the goal of generative AI, is to change our lives, not to put us out of work, but to literally change the way we work so that we get better and faster and more effective, so that we get more capable, so that we can accomplish more, so that we can do more in less time. So thanks so much for watching today and listening. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.